Hello, welcome back to Mr. Red Dragon 5 We are continuing our adventure. So we are going in to collect some stuff. Most notably, some some waypoints and stuff. So we'll try to get our some more experience, because at level 20 we'll be able to unlock some good stuff. So I'm also going to try to find some I guess what is it? Keep on losing my mind. So I still gotta look for those notorious shades, which one's over here. I need them to actually level up this character here too. Oh wait, no, this is not a jade, never mind. So I need 3 for the one quest, and I need 1 for her. So it's actually pretty good that I'm kind of gonna be doing some traveling a bit. But I also gotta make sure that I do not make too much mistake. What the heck is this? That looks important.
Yup. Yup.
Oh. Okay. I didn't realize that's what that was for. Okay. I gotta be careful because she does have lower health right now. Yeah, so in order to find those jade things that I gotta get, I have to go into like caves and mines apparently. But it's just one of those things where it's like, So right now I am gonna run around. Not gonna activate those yet. Oh wow. Oh yeah, so these chili things you can also get used for your Xingping or Qingping, whatever her name is. You might want to get those. So some ingredients you want to keep just kind of to yourself, because if you use them right away, you might not be able to ascend your character. And ascending characters is actually a good thing, because you can obviously get new stuff. So you don't want to cook things right away, so you just want to kind of like discover what you can. You know what I mean? I don't know how they got immune to that. So we are obviously doing pretty well. I know yesterday, or yesterday. It might not be yesterday for you guys, but I know for me it was yesterday. I had my friends. Come on. That was actually a very good moment. What the fuck was that? That was some fucking creepy ass shit. fuck was that? Oh, you hear like a scream. Where's the third one? Yeah, my aim needs to get a little bit better. I have some good days and then I get some bad days. Okay. Oh. Okay. I wonder how far it wants you to be from this. So I didn't know about world levels until like last time when my friends told me that because of my world level, because it was like more weaker, I guess, the game kind of prioritizes those with lower levels. And I did not know that, by the way. I was like, oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I like that. I wonder if I can like sell the books. Ooh. Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, so you need a lot of material to level up your weapons, your skills, and stuff like that. So. You also need these, you know, the core lapises and stuff too. So. Hey, what's in here? Poor Marina. Ooh, geoflies, those are nice. Exquisite gems. Yeah, good thing is too is oh wow, I got a halberd. That's a pole arm, so that's good for Chun-Li and stuff like that, or Zinking. That's not Chun-Li. I don't know why I got her mixed up with Chun-Li for some reason. Who's Chun-Li from again? I can't remember. Chun-Li, where is she from? That's so weird that I know it's from a show or something. I can't remember what it's from. Street Fighter. Damn it. Okay, where is this thing? Okay, so what? What you want? Oh no, I'm not dealing with that shit. Ah, shit. Really create a fire tornado. Okay. So it's good to know that switching characters releases the burn. But you know what I don't get? You think that because they have fire elements that they wouldn't get burned? Like if you're playing as a fire character? But no, I guess that's not how that works. Alright, so whoa! Jesus! Ooh. I was trying to counter, so I guess that didn't work. Oh, why did I fuck that up?
これはお仕置き。
Event completed, and I'm just gonna skip you, you fucking jelly ass motherfucker. Oh, the jelly ass motherfucker's gone. Yeah, so in order to get companionship, I guess they want you to do like a random events. No. I just wanted this Neo Geo. Ah, it's like freedom over. These are stressful times, my friends, and I must done. It's like Monster Village, yo. You know, I'm gonna tell you a story that you guys might be surprised about. So when I was in grade 7, I almost had the cops called on me for art. So if you don't realize, so I guess when I was in grade 7, I found out that you can actually get in trouble for drawing art. However, it's not based on the specific type of art. This is a big misconception because even though people can draw very morbid and displeasing art that many will find very inappropriate and very vast, the one thing about art that will get you in trouble is if you make inappropriate content and base it on a real person. This is where a lot of people will get in a lot of trouble. And when I say basing it on a real person, I'm not meaning like what is it? You know, I'm not basing it on the fact of, oh, this person okay, for instance, so when I got in trouble, I drew a picture of somebody getting shot. Now, remember, I was in grade 7, and so this was many years ago, okay? And I want you to understand how this is one of the most important things for a lot of artists to understand too. Never add names and base it on real people, or you will suffer the consequences for the art, as it no longer becomes a fantasy, nor does it become a picture of art. As soon as you add a name to based on a real person, especially, or you know, you base it on someone like you physically know, then you realize that you have crossed boundaries, especially if it is against their consent. And I think that's the problem, is not all art is consent, and that is why you can get arrested. So going back to the fact that I drew a picture of someone getting shot, I was in grade 7 and I added a name of a person to that picture. And so no longer was it just a morbid picture, but it was a threat. They saw that as a threat on the person's life. And mind you, the school, and when they informed me of that, I didn't realize that that was actually, you know, a crime, because the fact that if you're drawing it or, you know, doing whatever, you think, okay, like you think to yourself, you know, you can't really get in trouble for art in the first place, so who really cares? But because of the name and the fact that I added that, especially because it was a person that was in the class too, it made it way worse on myself, and it was very intolerant on my behalf to do that. But it also wound up giving me experience to know the ins and outs of how things work. Because as much as, you know, people want to say that, you know, art is freedom of expression, it is. However, you got to understand, as soon as you add someone's name without consent, it no longer becomes a freedom of expression, as it now becomes a consenting thing. This is why a lot of people will get really mad about the, I guess, It's the reason why a lot of people will get mad about how art is usually handled in, you know, media stuff like TV and stuff, because of the fact that like a lot of anime and cartoons, because of the fact that they don't use real names, they tend to make up characters and stuff, or if there is a name that is pre-existing, it's not related to the person that they're basing it off of. So let's say, for instance, you know, you decide to have a character named John Smith. That is a very common name. So if you're making, let's say, a fan fiction or something where, you know, a character named John Smith dies, then you got to understand that it's not, unless you specifically know a John Smith, you're not going to get in trouble because it's such a common name. But if you knew a John Smith in personal life, or like through personal means, then yeah, you may get yourself in some pretty big trouble. Because of the fact that it is a person you know through different means. Now, why am I telling you guys this? Well, because you might want to be I'd rather people have knowledge, because knowledge improves people. And without the knowledge, you don't want to make the same mistakes as others. Because that's the thing, is you will tend to have moments where you think you understand everything, but you really don't. And that's why it's important to keep that in mind. Because if you don't keep those in mind, you will get in a lot of trouble. And I think the problem is too, is like, yes, a lot of the arts are freedom of expression, and they also fall under freedom of speech, so they are protected under those laws. But as I said, as soon as you add a name, it's no longer protected by those laws, because you decided to go out of your way to add a name. Ooh, dragon statue. So let's say, for instance, you know, a lot of people will rate fanfiction, especially about how their exes may have really pissed them off. If you're gonna do this, do not use your ex's name. You're more better off you know, not giving them a fake persona, and maybe even exaggerating their characters a bit, so that way you're not actually infringing on their lives. But that's just what I'm saying now, so that way... Yes, I opened that. Okay. Yeah, so that's something that you want to keep in mind too, okay? Now, when it comes to other stuff with like anime and stuff, or like drawing, such as like fetishizing stuff, you know, the very undesirable stuff, you know, the gore, the lollies, stuff like that, it still follows under those laws that I told you about, where unless it is based on a legitimate person, they're not going to get in trouble unless it's based on a person that they personally know. Because even though it's you know, a fantasy thing and very, very morbid, it's still amongst the rights. And there's many lawyers that will tell you that too, that there's nothing that they'll actually do in court besides, unless it's, like I said, based on someone real. But I think that's the thing that people need to realize, is art is very, very it's a very, very touchy subject, because whether you like it or not, you know, everyone has the rights to create stuff, even if it means, you know, creating something to piss off somebody, creating something to you know, for their morbid pleasures. It's, in the end, it's all about, you know, the context of what it is. What the hell is this place? But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna say about that. Now, my personal thoughts is like, you know, everyone needs an outlet for their thoughts and desires. And so that's why a lot of people tend to do, you know, fan fiction, writing, drawing, and stuff like that. And honestly, I don't blame them one bit for having an outlet, as long as it's not impeding on real people. You know, as long as they're not using real people as sources, it's okay. But other than that, that's just how I see things, and that's how things are. But like, there's also different facts too that, like, unlike some places, there are other places that are very more stricter on the rules, such as Australia. Now, Australia doesn't really have its mindset properly, as it's very I don't know what's wrong with Australia, but I gotta say that their senator is not a very good representative. You know, as the fires were happening, instead of focusing on how to help the fighters, he was focusing on anime. And I find that very immature as a senator to focus on a issue that's a non-issue just because you don't like something, you know. And I'm going to say this too, just because somebody doesn't like something does not mean you should take it away from somebody, you know. It's one of those things where if you really want to think about it, you know, like I said, sometimes people make art just to piss people off, right? Same way that some people will go out of their way just to kind of spite them, you know. Oh, this is the flower that Lisa likes. Okay. But I do want to say something too. You know, I'm going to say this now. A lot of people will get angry despite what anyone tells you. They have their own views set on how, through the experiences that they lived and breathed. And no matter how hard you try to convince them of what they're doing is probably morally wrong or right, at the end of the day, no one's moral. At the end of the day, everyone has a lot of hate built up inside them. A lot of people have a lot of disturbing thoughts inside them. And the only thing sometimes that helps is having an outlet. And I think that's why it's important to realize that these outlets are not just there to... What? Aww. Yeah, those outlets are not just there to kind of spit in their faces, but it's just kind of there. Now, I'm going to say this too, is, you know, a lot of not safe for work artists, you know, they can ultimately decline their, you know, like, they can probably get a lot of requests. Ooh, what's this puzzle? Do I only have to light these three? Is that what it is? Wow, that was a very stupid easy puzzle, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so other than that, you know, I gotta say that like I said about the art, you know, with the art stuff, like you know, if you see somebody drawing something that you don't like, don't get mad at them. Just look at them and be like, okay, well, you know, either distance yourself from them or something. Or if it is a real concern that they are basing it off of, like I said, real people, then yeah, put a notice in or something, you know. Crystal chunk. But yeah, so like when I was in grade 7 though, like I did go to the principal's office, they did sit me down. I did get suspended for that too. I think it was like a week suspension. Because it was a very, very serious thing. And yeah, it's something that you do not want to fuck around with. But after knowing like that information of like, you know, if you're gonna make like fan fictions and stuff like that, or you know, base, you know, whatever, do not base it on real people, and also do not base it on like real incidents either. Like I think like that's the thing, is you got to be very, very careful. Because not a lot of people will be tolerant of other people's stuff. I mean, that's the thing, is as much you know, like here's the thing, if somebody would have asked me what's my views in the world, I'm very cold. Like the only time I'll actually care about somebody is if they're actually genuinely close to me, or if I actually get to know them. If I see somebody getting hurt, let's say, you know, for no reason, or like, well, obviously, like, there's reasons sometimes, but like, if I see somebody getting hurt outside, it generally doesn't faze me as much as it should, because it's like, okay, well, what did they do to get hurt? It's never a question of, oh, that person hurting them is wrong. And this is through the experience that I was raised upon, because upon my behalf, nobody gets hurt for no reason. There's always a reason, and I think that's the problem, is because I've experienced so much, I shouldn't have that as my first priority as questioning us if somebody's you know what I mean. Like, I think that's the thing, is like I've grown a lot more hopeless, I guess you could say, from very bad experience. And it's a shame too, because honestly, I do enjoy company, but at the same time, I really despise being around people. Because to me, it's like, I don't feel... like, it's weird. It's like I get drained when I grow attached to somebody, because I've been abandoned, and I know what it's like to be abandoned. And those thoughts of abandonment, especially growing attached to somebody close, and then all of a sudden them no longer being a part of your life just because, like, they won't tell you, it actually hits hard. And it's unfortunate, because it's like, like it like I said, it's unfortunate. Yes. Okay. But Yeah, so if you guys got any experience or if you guys got any advice about that, and I mean good advice, don't just be like, oh, well, gotta look at the world like in another light. It's like, no, I think a lot of good advice comes from real experience. If you just say, you know, don't think about it too much or whatnot, I think there's a general misconception of how people can be. Alright, so we are going to go to one of the statues of the seven so we can heal. Hopefully we can find some stuff to do. It's been a very good adventure today. Now I know that a lot of things might be very, understandably, very anxious towards people, but hey. Oh yeah, statues of the blessings. That's good. Stone of Remembrance. That's very nice. Yeah, we had like 22 freaking things that we had. Holy crap. Alright, so like I said, let's see. Okay, let's go this way. We still got some exploring to do. Yeah, a lot of my worldviews are very weird too. Like, they're not conceptually the most pleasing to hear, I guess you could say. If that makes sense. I don't know. I think a lot of us take for granted, you know, that a lot of humans thrive on hatred. And it shows a lot. You know, as much as we try to, you know, I think this is the issue. A lot of people try to fix other people, but at the end of the day, you gotta work on yourself, because if you don't understand, you know, what you can, here's the thing I'm gonna say. Now, if you focus too hard on what other people are doing, you're never going to be satisfied in the end, because sometimes they'll just not really care. Yeah, it's a good spot. Yes, I've mastered the ways of mountain climbing. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so this Bayadu, I believe her name is Bayadu, whatever her name is. Right, yeah, so this is going to take a bit to get over the mountain. Trust me, I want to get on top of this mountain so I can get something. You gotta get that stamina up. Come on, come on, come on. Look at how far up I'm already. You want to hear the most interesting thing too? A lot of bad people make good things. Isn't that weird? Just think about that for a second. You know, you might not realize that what I mean by that, but I mean, you'll think about it, and then you realize how much truth there is to that. You know, it's very, very weird. Oh wow. But it is true in a way that a lot of bad people create good things, and it's just like, I wonder why that is the case. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird, like, if you think about it, right? So it's like, you know, you got people who, you know, make things because it's a hobby, or you got people who make things because it's like they genuinely want to do things for people, but that power corrupts them, right? So you got all this weird stuff going on. Okay. Is there gonna be a way to actually for me to get there? Okay, come on. I guess that's the thing with Amber, is she's good for exploring, which is amazing. I like that. Exploring puzzles and all that stuff, so she's not as useless as people will say for her. Alright, now okay, so we are gonna enter a new territory. Is that a bridge? Oh god, this is giving me some weird ass vertigo. If you don't know what vertigo is, it's like some weird, like, it's a condition based on heights. And it can really mess you up sometimes. So Amber has a bonus where gliding is actually, I believe, 20% reduced stamina. So she's actually the perfect glider as well. So she's not fully useless, as people will tell you. Oh shit. Spiritual Abyss unlocked. Battle Pass. Okay. What did I get?
創世の真珠を探すよう命じた。こうしてかの者は真珠を探す旅に出た。しかし彼女は騙され、自身の高貴さを忘れてしまう。そして自らを暗黒の国の王女だと思い込むようになった。でも心配はいらない。なぜなら王位継承者第2位の者が旅に出たからだ。これは君の長い旅の寄稿であり、君たちの真珠の歌である。
Alright, so yeah, I just completed something pretty important, so that's good. Now we're gonna be flying to here. So yeah, I guess I unlocked world level, which means that monsters will be stronger and stuff like that, but I also get more better rewards. So that's pretty cool. Hey, it's an eagle. Wow. So there is one location for the eagles. I think there's like probably like 3 or 4. So yeah, in future expansions, there's gonna be new regions. I believe they said where your main character will be able to learn all the abilities from Geo, Air, electric, fire, ice, and water. So it's good to know that. Excuse me. Oxy Pool. Okay, cool. So now we can explore more. Yes. Alright, let's see. Seems like a very high level area. Oh. Geo. Yeah, you don't want to wake them up. I'm in a very crazy area. Holy shit. The hell area is this? So they're definitely ruins, but I don't want to fuck with anything right now. Yeah, that's a level 34. Oh, no, 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 no. That's not okay. Hey. Oh yeah, that's right, I changed it. No. Why is this thing a level 34? What the fuck? Okay, so the pinpoint's up there. Okay, so we just gotta wait for our stamina. Ba-boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Yeah. Adventure rank 50. Alright. Well, I'm gonna call this the end of an episode, but yeah, you go. If you guys want to subscribe and like, and go ahead and do that. Peace.